A transfer that may divide Canadian opinion. As Stefan Eustaquio, Canada's star midfielder, is heading to the MLS, joining LAFC from FC Porto, leaving behind a European giant, leaving behind a club where he has become a true leader on and off the pitch and adored by most FC Porto supporters, as a player who left everything on the pitch for his club in FC Porto after 156 appearances since he joined. But Stefan Eustaquio now joins LAFC on a short-term loan deal until June, and this is a move that also sees a €7 million reported buy option as well, and that transfer details is all reported by Tom Bogert of the MLS. But that is a very interesting deal. That is a deal with clear intent and clear direction, just like a few other Canadian transfers this January. Stefan Eustaquio makes this move with, of course, the clear direction at regular minutes, regular game time, and 90-minute pathway to play consistently every week, every match day for LAFC in a competitive team that can fight at the top of the MLS. But what was most important in this move was joining a strong side, a team where he's comfortable with, but will also be guaranteed high-level 90 minutes every single week, or close to 90 minutes at that. As Stefan Eustaquio is a leader for Canada, is a starter, no matter the situation, should be locked into your Canadian roster and will be locked into LAFC's roster as well. Stefan Eustaquio brings something to Canada that nobody else can. His leadership, his experience, his ability on the ball, his calmness, as well as how good he is in a tackle, at breaking down the play, at having a smart, intelligent play when it is needed on the field. That is what he's learned at FC Porto. That is the intelligence from playing with other players, learning from top managers and top players at FC Porto. And he's transitioned that to Canada every single time he's had the opportunity. And we have seen Stefan Eustaquio with Canada have less minutes, and he still plays to a very top level. But when he gets a consistent 90 week in and week out, we will see the best version of Stefan Eustaquio once again. But when you want to look at this transfer, yes, for Canadians, it may be disappointing to see him leave behind European football, to see him leave behind FC Porto for the MLS, which of course is a bit of a drop-off, is a bit of a step down in quality. But the MLS is improving. The MLS has become a much better division. And of course, it's not as good as FC Porto is, but Stefan Eustaquio this season wasn't earning starting minutes, was broken out of the starting 11, and wasn't even being used as a substitute. It has become a stronger FC Porto side. It has become an incredible midfield that they have built at FC Porto, and Stefan Eustaquio has just slowly moved out of that midfield conversation at FC Porto. So he had to find a way out. He had to find a new club, and LAFC was a great destination for what was probably available. LAFC is a side where Stefan Eustaquio, like I said, will earn a regular 90 minutes, but even more so, this is a club where he has friends, he has teammates, he has players he knows very well in Mathieu Choinière, in Jacob Schaffelberg, and even other Canadians in Ryan Raposo and Thomas Asal, and the manager in Marc Dos Santos, a fellow Canadian. This LAFC side is being stocked with Canadians, but high quality and very good talented Canadian midfielders. Mathieu Choinière will be relied upon in that midfield next to Stefan Eustaquio as well. There will be a lot of chemistry, a lot of dynamism, but bringing in Stefan Eustaquio raises the level of that LAFC midfield incredibly. And what Stefan Eustaquio will also get will be training with players like Dennis Bouanga, training with players like Heung-min Son, the best player he's probably played with in his entire footballing career. and one of the best players most players have ever played with in their entire footballing career. Being able to set up a player like Heung-min Son, being able to use Stefan Eustaquio's ability to be a box-to-box midfielder to create goals like we've seen at FC Porto for such a long time, will be a major bonus, a major boost to LAFC, this squad that they have. Because what you've been able to see from Stefan Eustaquio with Canada, with FC Porto, is the ability to bomb forward, that box-to-box ability to create chances, to get on the end of cutbacks at the top of the 18. And with this dynamic, exciting, attacking side LAFC is built, Stefan Eustaquio will be able to use his full set of attributes in this FC Porto, in this LAFC side, because it's so strong, it's so quick, it's such an exciting, attacking, front-paced LAFC team. Of Heung-min Son, with Dennis Bouanga, with, of course, the strong backline that they do possess. This is an LAFC side that can go the distance in the MLS this season. You even have the pace of Jacob Schaffelberg on the wing or coming off the bench. This side is very deep, very strong, and very talented. So if Stefan Eustaquio was going to come to the MLS, in my opinion, this is the perfect destination. This is the perfect club. Yes, I still believe he can challenge, he can play in European football. He still has that quality. It wasn't going to happen at FC Porto with the midfield dominance that they truly possess right now, with Victor Froholt, with Gabriel Vega, with Pablo Rosario, with Alan Varela, with bringing in Seko Fofana. There was no room for Stefan Eustaquio. But I still believe there's an opportunity somewhere in European football for Stefan Eustaquio. But saying that, there's a €7 million buy option for LAFC, which I do believe they probably will trigger. After the World Cup, Stefan Eustaquio is going to have a fantastic World Cup. Still only at 29 years old after having 156 appearances for FC Porto, as well tallying 54 for the Canadian national team. There's going to be that ability to probably flip him, keep him, use him with the quality he still possesses. There will be a lot of options for LAFC and a lot to think about after he ends that loan deal and how good he will be for Canada, because he will be relied upon. He will be looked to as a leader, as a talented player, and be able to show what he truly can give still in the tank, in that engine room, in Canada's midfield. I believe there's still room for him in European football. I believe there's still a place for him, whether in Serie A, Liga, or La Liga. There's a place for Stefan Eustaquio in European football at still only 30 years old. After this short-term loan deal, I truly believe Stefan Eustaquio should head back to Europe after the World Cup, go there for a year or two, play at the top level of European football once again, and then come back, finish your season, finish your career in the MLS with Toronto FC when they're back up and running. Go to Vancouver, go to LAFC once again. But this transfer, this loan deal to LAFC, I think it's a great deal. I think it's an A+ move for Stefan Eustaquio. Actually, I will give it an A deal, because I do believe there would have been options in European football, but the fact that he found a club that is going to give him regular minutes, a club that will be challenging at the top of the division, that also is very stable with some stars and players he's very familiar with, closer to home, it's a very good move. Stefan Eustaquio has nailed this transfer going to LAFC. Yes, some people might find it disappointing he is back in the MLS, but it's the best situation, best scenario for Stefan Eustaquio, who joins LAFC on a short-term loan deal until June with a €7 million buy option from FC Porto. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments about Stefan Eustaquio joining LAFC from FC Porto. Make sure to smash that like if you're enjoying the content, if you think it was a great transfer from Stefan Eustaquio, and hit that sub button as we continue to move closer to 1,000 subscribers before the World Cup. And I'll see you guys all for the next one. Peace.